Welcome back, duelists of the King's Court. Today we're going to do a little bit of a special video. I recently did a Cyber Dragon deck profile, so I figured, why not do something fun and do a few combo videos with the new support. Now, these combos are probably known enough, because anybody who's played Cyber Dragon can kind of figure these combos, but I thought I'd do my own. I will note two things. One, we are not playing the Fiendsmith engine, so there will be no Fiendsmith combo, so if you were looking for Fiendsmith combos here, well, there's none in here. On top of that, this is going to be combos that I personally like. I'll show ones that I have with personal cards I know. And they're going to kind of all end the same way, but let's see how they go. On top of that, thank you, Keyblade. This is just my personal take on how I play Cyber Dragons. Note, depending on the cards you use in this deck at a certain time in combo, you'll be locked out of certain effects just because of how you get locked into machines. But before we get too far into it, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications so you know we upload consistently. We're on the road to 1K, so if you subscribe now, before we hit the summer, or end of summer, Isaac has to open a very special gift from the channel. Also, if you haven't already, check our social media. Link will be down below in the description box. Okay, so we're going to start off with a one-card combo, or more or less. And now I'm going to go ahead and preface this by saying this is if our opponent does not have Ash Blossom, Joyous Ring, or any hand trap. So we're going first. And we're going to start off with, of course, the one-card combo involving Cyber Dragon Core. So we're going to go ahead and normal summon it. And after Core's effect to search for any Cyber spell card, Cyber trap. We are, of course, going to add a Cyber Dark Realm. So we're going to summon Cyber. So now we activate Realm. I'll put it right there. Cyber Dark Realm. And we're going to use this effect on play to search for a Cyber Dark Chimera. So we've already given up our normal summon, but that's fine. Then we're going to normal summon Cyber Dark Chimera using the effect here to additional normal summon. Then we're going to link off Core. That. Link off Core and go into our Clockwork Knight. This is our graveyard over here. Clockwork Knight is going to activate the effect, sending Realm to the graveyard, and we're going to use it to add a copy of Clockwork Knight to our hand. We're going to activate Chimera's effect, discarding Clockwork Knight to add a copy of one copy of Power Bond. Oh, I should also notice that yes, we are playing Polymerization, but if you want to play Fusion Substitute, that is perfectly acceptable as well. In fact, I probably will when I update this deck later. Next, we're going to activate Clockwork Knight's effect. We're going to send Chimera to the graveyard to revive. Now, you can either choose to not do this effect. In fact, if we're not going to, let's go ahead and commit one less summon. We're going to link these two off together into a Silhouette Rabbit, because you're not locked in anywhere yet. Rabbit effect, Chainlink 2. This is Chainlink 1. So Chainlink 1, we're going to send a Cyber Dark to the grave. And we're going to send Cyber Dark Worm. Rabbit's going to activate. I'm going to keep this card here at revealed. And we're going to be able to set Angel Statue Azaroon. Right there. Okay. Next, we're going to activate the effect of Cyber Dark Worm in the grave. We're going to use its effect, sending a Cyber Monster Light Machine to the graveyard. We're going to send a Cyber Dragon Noxer to the grave. Revive itself. And then we're going to use its effect as a continuation and add Cyber Dark Realm to our hand. Back to our hand. Next, we're going to activate the effect of our Clockwork Knight in the graveyard. Banish it. We're going to discard our Cyber Dark Realm, we add it back. And we're going to search our deck for one Earth Machine monster, which means we're going to add one copy of Therion King Regulus to our hand. Alright. Now we're going to activate Therion King Regulus' effect. choosing to target Clockwork Knight and equip Therion King Regulus to it. And now we have a negate. Next, we're going to activate our Power Bond in our hand, fusing together Saber Dark Worm and banishing our core to fusion summon Chimera Deck Rampage Dragon. We're going to activate Rampage Dragon's effect to destroy back row, but we don't need to. We're going to activate its secondary effect to mill 2 to gain additional attacks. We are able to mill 2 Light Machine monsters, so we're going to mill Notcher, or we're going to mill Hertz. And where are you? And Simon Jormungand. Jormungandr. I should note this is not really a 1-card combo. This is more of a 2-card combo, so you will need a card in hand for this effect coming up, but either way. Thanks to Cyber Dragon Hertz. So we'll say this is our hand. We need 2 cards. So Cyber Dragon Hertz. Effect will add back Cyber Dragon Notcher back to our hand. Next, we're going to activate Cyber Dragon Notcher's effect, pitching this for cost to special summon it out, and use this effect to target a monster on graveyard to 2100 attack or defense. We're going to summon Cyber Jormungandr back. Now, we can use a secondary effect. And we're going to bounce it back to our hand. This back to our hand, we had to bounce one Cyber Dragon. It's Cyber Dragon on the field. We bounce it back to our hand. And we're going to search our deck for 1 copy of Polymerization. We check our graveyard. Okay, we have what we need. Okay, we're going to overlay these 2. To Cyber Dragon Nova. Then we are going to then re-overlay again into Cyber Dragon Infinity. And next we're going to activate Polymerization. We're going to fuse the Notcher in our hand and the Cyber Dragon Hertz in our graveyard. And we're going to fusion summon into Harasvog of the Mechanical Dawn. And, again, if you have 2 cards in hand, you have still 3 cards in your hand left if you haven't done anything. So this combo ends on Silhouette Rabbit, Regulus, Harasvog, and Cyber Dragon Infinity. We have 3 Omni Negates. It's Angel, and thanks to Angel Statue Azarim, we put some of this out. It is a Solemn Judgment, or Solemn Warning, or Solemn Strike for monsters being summoned. And if we special summon this, we add Rabbit's effect to then pop a back row. This is off of 1.5 cards. You do need another card in hand. It's just you need 1 card for Cyber Dragon Core and then 1 card for Notcher. But, now note, if you did have Fusion Substitute, you would have an additional card in hand because you'd be able to banish the card and then shuffle back. So, this is the card off of, this is a field off of Core. It has, again, 3 Omni Negates. Excuse me, 2 Omni Negates, a Spell and Trap Negate, a pop a back row with a monster whose spell or trap is special summoned, and so basically this field is and a monster and a summon negate. So this is pretty good. This is a 1.5 card combo, like I said before. You're gonna note that a lot of these combos are gonna end up similar, but that's kind of what we do. Okay, so let's go ahead and go do a different combo. It might end the same way or end in very differently. It all depends on whether or not we're going to be going second or first. So in which case, let's say we cleared our opponent's board. So let's say we cleared our opponent's board, and now we have, only in our hand, we have a copy of Claw. And Core. Let's say we're going second. This is our opening hand. This is 2 cards in our hand. We're gonna activate Claw's effect first. Claw, we can discard it to add a Cyber Dark spell. And we're gonna use it to add Realm to our hand. Okay, so far we're going pretty interesting. So we know we have Core in hand, so we're gonna activate Realm effect to search. We use it to search for Cyber Dark Chimera. The reason we're doing this first is if we get rolled on this, it sucks. But then we can kind of play around a little bit. So we're going to add Chimera to our hand. Next, we're going to trigger the effect to then normal summon this additionally. And then we're going to normal summon Core. So if we get Veiler here, it's fine. But if we don't get Veiler here, we're going to search for 1 Cyber spell. And I feel the spell we can add here is Rev System. We are still playing this card. I will switch it out probably for another copy of Realm, but having access to this right now is really good. We're then going to link off Core. Into Clockwork Knight. Knight's effect. So Knight's effect, send it to the grave. Clockwork Knight. Chimera effect, discard the Clockwork Knight. We're going to add a Power Bond. Now, like I said, if we want to play under Nibiru, then right now we're at 3 summons. So we will do this right now. We're going to link these 2 off. I mean, this is probably still the better card to go into. I mean, if you want to be more aggressive, you have Speed Little Knight, but then you can't ban it. You can't attack directly. So we're still going to do this. And we're still going to get our Angel statue. But Chimera is also going to trigger that same chain link, and it's going to be chain link 1, so we can send without worry. Sending Worm to the grave. We use Worm's effect, saying Notcher, revive it, and then banish, and then we're going to add back our Cyber Dark Realm to our hand. So we're going back at 3 cards in hand still. Then we're going to activate the effect of Clockwork Knight in the graveyard, banish it, discard our Realm to the grave, to search for a copy of an Earth Machine, which means Resurrection for Therion King Regulus. We're going to special summon it. And if you've been doing the math, I know math. Who wants to do math? Am I right, people? Let's see. So Chimera, Core, Clockwork Knight, this 5. So I believe we're on 5. Either we're 5 here or 5 here. So now we're nib proof. So our combos are pretty much going to go pretty decently. And because we have we're going to focus on we're going to use Power Bond. And we're going to fuse Worm and Core to the grave, banishing these. Into Rampage. Blow up back row, we don't need to. We use Rampage's effect. Sending Hurts. and Jormungandr, or Jormungandr. I'm calling it Jormungandr. Its effect will trigger to add back a Cyber Dragon from deck to hand or to graveyard hand. We're going to add back now to trigger our hand. We're going to now. This is where we can use this instead. We can activate Rev System to special summon a Cyber Dragon from the hand or graveyard. Unfortunately, this is not triggered as treated as Cyber Dragon in hand. But like I said, if we had known cards in hand. So like I said, if this was the additional card, cause an additional card in hand, we're going to use it. We're going to discard it to special summon back this out. Use its effect. Special summon. Use its effect. Bounce back. Add polymerization. Overlay these two. Nova into infinity. Now you can see our graveyard is pretty stocked up. So we've already used our power bond to extend combos. So we can now use poly. And we can fuse these three, since these are all treated as either. So we can either fuse these, but let's go ahead and be big. If you fuse 3, you go into Cyber and Dragon to be OG. Or if you just fuse 2, you go Cyber Twin. And that means the current damage we have on board is Silhouette Rabbit at 1500, 28, 28 twice, and 2700. That is game. So that's our OTK going second board. You want to build this negate on field first. So those are two combos that you can do, either going first or second, depending on where you want to end. But let's go ahead and now we're going to try doing a combo where we basically see what we open up and make a field from there. So basically we're going to go game speed. If you've played any sport, you know what I mean by game speed. We're going to practice, do a quick shuffle of our hand and see what the combo ends up with, what we can do, and how does it look when performing actual cards. So yeah, that's game speed or duck walk, dog walk, whatever you want to call it. I played football, so obviously I have a way of looking at things. So we're gonna give it a good old college shuffle. Every day I'm shuffling. How y'all doing today? Having some fun? Playing some card games, watching some YouTube videos, chilling out, staying cool. Hopefully where I am, it's pretty hot, and not just because I'm here. Deck is shuffled. How do you guys want to cut it? Oh, 3? Okay. Alright, so we have our full card. Let's go ahead and shuffle out a hand. 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 5 cards per hand. We'll go first. So let's see what we got. Cyber Dragon. Realm. Emergency. Jormungandr. And Imperm. Alright, so this hand, pretty decent actually. Again, we're going to go with full, and we don't have a hand. Let's go, we probably doesn't have hand traps. Let's say we're playing against Blue Eyes. They opened up no hand traps. So, what do we do here? I think the best play is we're going to go ahead and activate Realm first. We're going to activate Realm. And we're going to add our Chimera to hand. These are our 5 cards here. And then we're going to activate Cyber Emergency. We're going to use its effect. And we're going to get our core to our hand. The reason we're getting core is because core is still a really good card for this. It's going to allow us to extend a little bit more. Because we have pretty much combo right now, but let's be a little greedy, shall we? Then we're going to normal summon core, and we use this core's effect. We're going to search for any cyber spell we can think of we can use. And I feel like having access to Rev System is the best case scenario right now. So we're going to have Rev System in our hand. Then we're going to use this effect. Normal summon again. And then we're going to link off core. Clockwork Knight effect to send Realm to the Grave to add a Clockwork Knight. We still have 5 cards in hand. I'm going to activate Chimera's effect. Discard. Power Bond. So now this is where it actually gets interesting, because since we already have more than enough cards, we can actually do this combo early. We can activate Clockwork Knight now, banish it, and let's go ahead and discard Jormungandr, or Jormungandr as I'm going to keep calling it. And we're going to go ahead and add Therion King Regulus to our hand. We're still at only 3 summons. And we can summon this now, but let's go ahead and just go a little bit further. So we're going to go to 5 summons. We're going to Silhouette Rabbit. 1, 2. So for Chimera, we're going to send Ace. So we're going to add this. We're going to set that. And then we're going to send Cyberdark Worm to the grave for Chimera. Set that. Activate Regulus's effect. Clockwork Knight here. And then Rabbit here. So this is our current field right now. We're at 5 summons with pretty much still a lot of combos still left to go. So let's continue on. We're going to activate Cyberdark Worm's effect in the graveyard. We're going to send Notcher to the graveyard. To revive Worm. And then we're going to use it to add back Cyber Emergency to our hand. Yeah, that's fine. Wait, yeah. Next, we're going to activate the effect. We're going to activate Power Bond, fusing our Cyber Dragon in our hand and our Worm to the grave. We're going to fuse these two. Rampage Dragon. No Blowbeam back row, but now we're going to use Rampage Dragon's effect to send 2 to the grave. Hurts. And since we already have Jormungandr in the graveyard, we can just send another core. We're going to activate Notcher's effect, Hurts effect, Hurts, to get us back our Notcher to the graveyard, our hand. So we have 5 cards in hand still. We have pretty much gone through most of our hand. Now, unfortunately, we are kind of locked here, because unfortunately for Notcher, we have to add another monster for effect for hand. So unfortunately, we can't use this effect. But, fear no worries, we're going to activate Rev System. And we're going to use its effect to add Cyber Dragon. Send us to the grave. I already used Power Bond. What am I doing here? That's in graveyard. We're going to overlay these two here. Okay, then we're going to detach the effect to special summon from the graveyard. Cyber Dragon from the graveyard. Go special summon back Worm, because we want to summon its effect by its effect once per duel. Special summon here. So I already screwed up, like, obviously. That's how we screwed up here. But so far this combo is going to end on 2 Omni Negates and this. So that was a screw up combo. Forgive me, I honestly did not read, I forgot how my cards work for a second. But now let's do another combo, or another test hand. See how we can do, I think, one more test hand. I think you get the idea. And we can get out of here, have a good time. Woo! So don't be like me and forget what's in your graveyard and how your cards work. But, you know, that's fine. Again, like I said, we just need to have fun, do a little bit of taps. So we're going first, and we're going to go under the impression our opponent has no hand traps, because either they bricked, or they're playing a go second deck, Habushki go on. How do you want to cut? Okay, just regular cut. Okay, thank you. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Any rid we got? Oh, okay. So we opened up talent. So we opened up. They get hand trap. We're fine. Ooh, called by this and this. Okay, so this is the only part that's kind of sucky. Opening up as a room, but we can kind of work with that. So let's go ahead and assume they have one hand trap. So they have one ash. So we're gonna activate core. Use its effect. They're gonna call by. Let's go. We're gonna call by the grave, so they have it out. We're gonna use its effect. And thanks to Cyberdark Core, we're going to add one Cyberdark spell. As it was only hand trap, so you know, let's go ahead and shotgun this. We're going to shotgun talents to draw 2. So we already drew a Regulus, so again, now combo is kind of weirder, but we're going to make it work. We're going to use Realm's effect. We're going to add Realm. We're activate Realm. Chimera. We're going to link off core. Knight. Sending Realm to the grave. Knight. Chimera. Send Knight to the grave. Or discard it, and we're going to add Power Bond. Link. We're thinking of Socialite Rabbit. We don't get the effect, but it's fine. But this, we're going to get this effect to descend. Sending Worm. Worm effect. Mill. So we're going to mill off with Light Machine. Send Jormungandr. And then, wait. So sending Jormungandr. Send Worm, bring back Worm, and then we're going to add back Cyberdark Realm. Next, we're going to have a Power Bond. Using core in our graveyard and sending this to the graveyard. Rampage Dragon. No pop 2. We're going to activate Therian King Regulus. For Clockwork Knight. Then we're going to use the effect to send 2. We're going to send Notcher. And Cyberdragon Hurts to the grave. No, we don't add. No, we're not gonna send Nostra. We're actually gonna thin our deck even more because we're gonna send another copy of Cyber Dragon to the grave. We're gonna send a Cyber Dragon to the graveyard using Hertz effect to add another copy of Cyber Dragon. So these are currently our hand still. We currently have 5 cards in hand. We're gonna activate Emergency. We're going to add Hertz to our hand, or Notcher to our hand. We're going to activate Notcher's effect, discarding our extra Cyber Dragon, special summon it, effect. So summon Jormungandr, Garter effect, bounce back to our hand. Adding Polymerization. Adding Poly. Nova to Infinity. We're going to Polymerization. Fusing Cyber Dragon and Noxure, fusing them from the graveyard. Into Rothwald, the Mechanical Dawn. And our hand, and this is our fan. Right, so this is what our field looks like at the end of this combo and gain speed. We have one card in hand with our Realm. We have one copy of Angel Statue Azaroon, which is going to be our Monster Negate. We have Infinite Impermanence ready to go for 2 Spell and Trap for a Monster Negate as well as a Column Lockout. We have Regulus here, ready for negating. We have Silhouette Rebel, who is a back row pop, we summon out a monster in Spell and Trap card zone. We have Cyber Dragon Infinity, and we have we have a negate with Harazva for Spell and Traps. So this is a game speed combo for Cyber Dragons right here. I know it's a little jumbled because the camera's a little bit, but basically this is a combo you can do in Cyber Dragons consistently. It requires 1.5 cards in hand. You did use a lot of our cards in hand. But when you think about it, we kind of just loop through cards. So we end on, again, Monster, a Omni Negate in Cyber Dragon Infinity, a Spell that Trap Negate off of Harazfog, a Omni Negate off of Regulus, a Column Negate, basically, with Monster Negate with Infinite Permanence, but since we had a set, it will also lock out the Column to Spell and Traps. Azaroon, which becomes a monster and is a Solemn Strike. And thanks to Silver Rabbit, it's going to pop a back row. And remember, this is all no Fiendsmith. If you have Fiendsmith engine, you have even more higher ceiling to go through. But this ends on us being Nibiru proof, probably 5th summon, if not 4th summon. So, yeah, like, this is a pretty good combo for the deck. It's very fun. It's very consistent. You can make this combo with literally 1 to 2 cards. Core is your starter. And if you open up Core and like any other card, it's a starter. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. This is a realistically how we open up most games, as long as we do not get hand trapped. If we want to see if we get hand trapped, you know, we probably don't get Infinity nearly as quickly. We don't probably get, so we get hand trapped probably, let's say, if we get nibbed here, we at least still get Azaroon, but we also do get our Chimera. Oh, so if you're wondering, when I say we get locked out earlier, it's if you use Noxure's effect early in the turn. Because he has a rest of this turn effect. If you summon him, you cannot summon anything but machine monsters. Which is why Rabbit or SP11 has to be summoned before Noxure gets summoned in effect. Okay. Savvy? Savvy. Alright guys, let me keep that in mind. Like, this is how your board's going to look. It has basically 5 interruptions. Again, ignoring the impermanence because it's an extra card. But, again, 5 interruptions is pretty consistent good in Yu-Gi-Oh! Nowadays. If your opponent can play through 5 interruptions, that's honestly really good on them. Like, that's what their deck can do. Like, I'm sorry. I'm okay. Against Blue Eyes, you know, you're able to pretty much take up a lot of their sources. Against, like, Yubel, like, you can eat a lot of their resources, too. Heroes, same thing. So, again, Cyber Dragon best deck in GX. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Fiendsmith, from what I last played against Fiendsmith, it helped dealing with Requiem. But, like, that was, like, it. Because, like, Fiendsmith has so many different combo lines to go down. Like, you're not really where to stop. You see with Mitsurugi Rise, though, as long as you're able to stop their King of the Fire Limbs, they're not going to be as consistent. And if you can absorb their Detonator, you're pretty much fine. So, yeah, guys, that was our combo video for Cyber Dragons. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to see another one, let me know. Also, let me know what recommended you have besides Fusion Substitute and the Fiendsmith engine, if there are anything you want to try. And no, we made this board without machine duplication. If we have machine duplication, I think this board is going to be nuttier. It's going to probably guarantee us a more of a higher intelligence, not a higher intelligence, a higher, it gets us Infinity, probably our third summon, which means we are nib proof even harder. The only problem with that is that if your opponent also has Imperm, then it kind of sucks. That's why getting Regulus early is like goated. Because it's going to allow you to get into your be nib proof because he'll set himself for cost, so he can't be impermed. He can be called by, but he can't be impermed. But with that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. Appreciate you guys for watching this video. If you want to see another one, let me know. I'll do more combo videos. I'm going to do combo videos with other decks I have. I can do Earth Machine. If you want to see an Earth Machine deck profile, let me know. Link me down below for a new one if you want one. But anyway, I've been Michael, the Golden State Kings, and I'll see y'all next time.